Greetings, guitar fans. Scott here from LearnLoveGuitar.com, the online authority for learning and loving to play guitar. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, which has lots of additional videos for beginning guitar players. This video is going to teach you all about power chords. For both beginner and professional guitarists alike, power chords are a mainstay in hard rock, punk, and heavy metal music. Their popularity and widespread use are the result of two key characteristics. They sound cool and they're easy to play. By watching this video, you will learn the following elements of power chords. First, what is a power chord? Second, why are power chords so popular in rock, punk, and metal? Third, what are the open and movable power chord shapes? And fourth, what are some great songs that use power chords? A power chord is just a simplified version of a regular open position or bar chord. The simplification is the result of only playing the lowest 2 or 3 strings of the full chord. For example, instead of playing an open E chord using all 6 strings, an E power chord only uses the bottom 2 or 3 strings. The use of 2 or 3 strings is generally based on the preference of the guitarist and the context in which they're playing. For instance, if there is a rhythm guitarist playing as an accompaniment, then the lead guitarist usually only plays 2 strings so as not to create too much sonic overlap, which can cause a loss of musical clarity. If the lead guitarist is just playing along with a bassist and a drummer, then a 3-note power chord is useful for a fuller sound. Whether you play a 2 or 3 string power chord, the key thing to understand is that you're playing only 2 notes of the full chord, and they're always 5 steps apart. For that reason, power chords are written with the note name followed by the number 5. Using an E5 power chord to make this point more clear, the lowest 3 notes are an E on the open 6th string, a B on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and another E on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. The 3rd note of any power chord, in this case an E, is the same pitch as the first root note, just at the next higher octave. Because power chords use only 2 musical notes, the 1st and the 5th notes of the scale, they are neither major nor minor in their tonality. This means that they sound great no matter what key the song is being played in or what scale is being used for soloing. The next thing you're going to learn about power chords is why they're so popular in rock, punk, and heavy metal music. Anytime something combines practicality and coolness, it's probably going to be popular. There's a reason why classic muscle cars are still so popular decades after they've stopped being produced. For example, a 65 Mustang can take you from point A to point B, which is practical, and anyone driving it looks pretty good cruising down the road, which is cool. Power chords are sort of the same thing. They're practical because when playing heavily overdriven or distorted sounds through a guitar's amp, a full 5 or 6 string chord can sound quite muffled and non-musical. At its worst, it can just sound like noise. So limiting the sound to just 2 notes of the chromatic scale keeps the screaming distortion sounding musical. And because they only involve the lowest and heaviest strings in your guitar, they produce deep, bass-driven sounds that are essential for hard rock, punk, and heavy metal music. Now that you've learned what power chords are and why they're so popular, you're now ready to move on to the next subject, which is open and movable power chord shapes. Like any regular chord, power chords can be played in open position or movable up or down the fretboard like bar chords. Shown on the screen are chord charts for the most common open position power chord shapes that utilize only 2 strings. This next set of open position power chord charts, which are the same E, A, and D sounding chords you just looked at, are shown using a full 3 strings for that fuller sound. When it comes to movable power chords, they are all based on open E or A chord shapes. Because the chord charts shown are positioned starting at the 1st fret, they produce F and B flat chords respectively. The lower fingering position on either the 6th or 5th strings are merely replicating the function of the nut on open chords, but further up the fretboard. No big surprise here, the same F5 and B-flat 5 movable power chord shapes are now shown in the 3-string variety. Appearing on your screen are several good examples of great songs that are all based on simple power chord progressions. So whether your guitar hero is Angus Young from AC/DC, Kurt Cobain from Nirvana, or any of the other guitar gods shown, I'd highly encourage you to give one or more of these songs a try by downloading the sheet music from either of my favorite online sheet music and tab websites, musicnotes.com or songster.com. Then all you have to do is plug in, turn up the gain, and start rocking. Have some fun practicing these cool power chord shapes. They enable any beginning guitarist who loves hard rock, punk, and heavy metal to start playing songs quickly without having to know too much theory or have the most dexterous hands. Showing this rapid progress should inspire you to continue learning and loving to play guitar, because if you can pull these off, you'll be on your way to learning more advanced skills and learning even more great songs. If you've made it to the end of this video, congratulations! You are now equipped with some sound knowledge on guitar power chords, and you already know some great songs where you can give them a try. And don't forget to check out my other videos and subscribe to my Learn Love Guitar YouTube channel. Also, there is tons of additional content on my website at www.learnloveguitar.com. Thanks for listening, and good luck.